Welcome to ABC4 News at 10. I'm Glenn Mills.
And I'm Emily Flores. We thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. We do begin with a follow-up on a controversial proposal to turn a detox facility in Salt Lake City's Ballpark neighborhood into an overflow homeless shelter. Well, tonight, state lawmakers were expected to vote, but it didn't happen. ABC4's Jillian Smuckler joining us live from the state capitol. And Jillian, there's been some growing confusion over what happens next.
Yeah, Emily, that's exactly right. Many people were under the impression that the Executive Appropriations Committee needed to vote on the proposal before state funds were used, but that's actually not the case. So under state law, they can make recommendations on the proposal, but really it comes down to city rules. Today, the Executive Appropriations Committee received an update on homelessness. The proposal to sell the detox facility on Brooklyn Street and turn it into an overflow shelter took over the conversation.
And when we first voted for Operation Rio Grande, I was never a supporter of Operation Rio Grande because I was concerned that we were going to have the situations that we're having today.
Back in 2020, the state sold the Rio Grande homeless shelter land.
Half of it was going to go to pay a loan for the building of the shelter in South Salt Lake, which we did. And the rest, which is up to $3 million, to be utilized for addressing overflow needs of homelessness issues. And this is what they presented.
But many argue the money isn't being used like it was originally promised.
The intent was always, and that was told to Salt Lake City legislators, no more facilities in Salt Lake City. We've done enough. And we have been disproportionately impacted as a city when it comes to addressing this issue. It's not fair.
Why aren't there other parts of the county that are not being explored when it comes to tackling this issue? Why is it within a certain part of the city that has to carry these issues for the entire state of Utah? I think that's ridiculous.
Many feel the lack of community outreach is negatively impacting the Ballpark neighborhood.
But I feel very slighted and disrespected, and so do the people that I represent. Again, none of us are against trying to help people and solve the issue of homelessness, but in order to get full community support, you have to have these conversations.
And others believe adding another homeless resource center in that area will only cause more issues.
Placing this new resource right in the middle of the three other most geographically compact resource centers would really be creating the same condition as existed in the Rio Grande area.
But the EAC didn't make any recommendations during today's meeting. In the meantime, Senate Democrats are asking for transparency where more public comment is involved.
But truly it's now in the hands of the city as these new facilities will develop, and there are certain processes within the city that will have to happen.
And I reached out to Mayor Mendenhall's office to find out what's next, since the mayor has publicly said that she doesn't think this site is a good idea. And her office did get back to me and said because this transaction involves two private entities, it really doesn't involve the city. But because the buyer wants to turn it into an overflow shelter, it'll have to go through the conditional use permitting process. And if it meets all the requirements, then it's expected to go through. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Jillian Smuckler, ABC4 News.